Howdy. Okay. This is first time for a lot of stuff. First time wheeling, first time at K-Rocks, first time videotaping it, first time using editor software, and probably the first time I got this first video on my YouTube. Anyways, so we got a lot of firsts going on. The one that Red Cherokee pulling away, that's Paula. In front of her, I think is Dan. And the one behind Paula, in front of me, is my buddy Sean. And you've seen the hood of my Jeep right now. Okay, so I'm going to give you a kind of like a first time opinion of stuff. You know, first time out doing some wheeling and first time at K-Rocks. So, I was told we're going to do this is Adopt a Highway thing in the springtime of 2025. So, I think it's like May 10th, 2025. But anyways, so I was told we would do easy trails. Both my buddy and I have stock Jeeps, and they're sports. So nothing special, just getting out there. We got stock size tires on it. He has, I think, Geolanders came with his Jeep. I had to buy some KO2s, and we both got winches. We've been trying to get stuff set up to do minor off-roading, nothing big, nothing spectacular. Yeah, stuff kind of like what we're going through right here. And I'm just kind of playing around. You know, just trying to get used to the Jeep, used to the trail, that sort of thing. But anyways, one of my new things about using a camera is I put it inside a waterproof case, and it really didn't have too much sound. So, this is my attempt at doing a little commentary to try to get some sound, context, and everything else. Okay, so just kind of putting along here, no big thing. My buddy had 2 radios, so let me borrow one. So we all got radios, and we're just kind of cruising along. I have no idea what's going on. It was kind of like, okay, we're ready, and we all kind of piled in and followed on along. When you're got some new wheelers with you, I will say to remind them about trail etiquette and let them know when you're stopping so they can try to get over so other people can get by. That will come up here a little bit later, but just going through it. As you notice, as we're going through here, it's kind of muddy and all. They had a bunch of rain out in the Midwest, and so Kansas Rocks is more wet than usual. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to tell you right now I screwed totally up on is I was told we'd be on easy trail, so I didn't fully air down. I think I could usually run 45 in the wintertime. Max is 48, recommended by BF Goodrich is 48, so I ran 45s. And I got down off the highway as 47s. I thought, okay, we're doing some easy stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'll go down about 37, 35. That should be good. Yeah. A little side note here. When we was lined up at the beginning, we originally, Paula pulled off to the left in the middle, and Sean pulled up next to her on the right. And I pulled up to Sean on the right, and there was a guy, I guess, from K-Rocks, or Kansas Rocks, and he kind of irritatedly said, "Hey, could you guys move? I need to load up this trailer." I'm like, okay, I didn't know. It's my first time here, and I'm doing Adopt a Trail, and I don't know what's going on, you know? Hey, like I said, he's kind of annoyed, and I'm like, hey, you know, here's the thing. I'm coming out here volunteering my time to help take care of these trails that I don't ride on. And somebody's getting annoyed at me. I'm like, well, you know, I don't want to do it again. If that's the way the staff's going to treat me, I don't have to come out here and do this. You know. But at the end, we talked to the woman inside, and oh yeah, she's super friendly. So, I don't know. It's probably just misunderstanding. We didn't know what was going on. There was lack of communication, so we annoyed him. But oh well. So we're cruising along here, and kind of get, like I said, I'm getting a feel for a Jeep. I wouldn't drove it back to work, go get groceries, and honestly, in like the 8 months I've owned it, it's been in the shop for over 4. I mean, bought the thing back in June, it's May, and it has literally spent about 5 months in the shop. So I'm like, okay, you know, and that's a little irritating. So finally get my Jeep back, and so far, knock on wood, it's running good. And why not have it? If you have a Jeep Wrangler, aka the Renegade, if you know what I'm talking about, you know, you're gonna have to take it out. I'm not saying go stupid, but take it off the paved roads, hit some gravel roads, some horse boards, you know, like we was going through on the way up, get a feel for it. There's that buggy my buddy Sean was drilling all over. And there's another little cheaper. So we get moving along, and it's right in here where, in a little bit, you'll see what I'm talking about when I say trail etiquette and moving over. So right there, I think I seen Dan put the sign out or something, or he's talking to somebody or something other. Maybe talking to Paula about it. I don't know. But I'm not trying to, you know, trash talk anybody, because I don't think Paula's used to having more than just her and Dan do this. Yes, I'm cleaning my windshield, got a lot dusty, and I know it's gonna get muddy, but yeah, I figure right now I might as well have a clean windshield. But it would be nice if they say, hey, yeah, we're stopping up here, please get over to the left, or trail it on the left, so that way we can let people by. And, you know, especially when you got new guys with you, new gals, new people, it's kind of like, hey, yeah, what's going on? You know, and there he is, he's going up, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, these guys came up there talking to me at this time. They're asking me, hey, could you move out of the way? I'm like, I'm sorry, man, it's my first time here, and all that. I'm for Adopt a Trail, and one of the guys, they're nice. Don't get me wrong, they're nice. And there was another guy there, a young guy. He said, well, thank you. I said, yeah, you're welcome. You know, they're just nice about it. They're not rude. So I got no problems with them. But what I do got a problem with is, you know, they're asking us to move, and I'm like, okay, well, we're all go in, and they stop. So I'm still left hanging out when these guys ask us to move. So I do what I can and try to get over, and they're just kind of stopped there. I'm like, come on, guys, move up. At least another car link, so I can get up in there, so they can get by, you know? And they're just out there just, you know, like I said, I'm not trying to trash talk them, because, I mean, both of them, Paula and Dan, were nice, but this is one thing that kind of got me, because now it makes me look like the bad guy, because now I've got stuck out in the trail, and I can't go anywhere because I'm kind of following them, and they're just stopped. And these guys want to get by, and they asked us if they could get by, and he goes, okay, yeah, and blah. I know I'm kind of harping on it, but kind of irritated me, you know. I'm the one that looks like the bad guy. It's my first time out. I'm like, come on. You know, at least, you know, think about the new guys too, or gals, new people. So we get on our trail. I'm gonna stop, do some cutting, drive down, do some cutting. My editing skills aren't all that good, and I forgot to turn a video camera on for a lot of this stuff. Even though this is going to be like a 50-minute video, and I've edited a lot out with all these clips. I mean, shaving them down, like a 3-minute clip could end up being like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. because I'm a lot of wait time and stuff. Had a 17-minute clip that I got down to like 7 or 9 minutes. But anyways, I skipped the first mud hole because I forgot to turn it on because, move forward, cut, move forward, cut. I forgot it. So I grabbed the camera by hand, kind of walking. I'm like, dude, this is supposed to be an easy trail. First time out, I'm going over these rocks and stuff. You can tell where, I kind of caught some stuff and all. I'm like, I got to drive this thing hour and a half home and to work and back. I don't want to tear it up, but I want to have some fun with it. I was kind of looking, like, oh man, we went through that. My first time out was like trial by fire. But fun times, fun times. I'm looking at that, yeah, skidding, going across. The rocks are stupid slippery, and I should have aired down more. But again, lesson learned. I will say Dan was like, hey, make sure you hit the rocks with your tires. I do appreciate that. I kind of knew it, but I kind of forgot it. I was trying to remember it. That's the back of my Jeep. My little Jeep. So, I was kind of looking at this stuff. I get back to my Jeep. My buddy's like, hey, check this out. I walked over, like, I'm going to grab my camera. Yeah, look at this. Green. It's supposed to be easy. And I'm like, what? So, I'm just kind of looking at it. Like, oh, man. This is crazy, crazy. Now, that's supposed to be an easy trail? I hate to see what they say is the intermediate or hard trail. That's, yeah. Somebody like me in a stock Jeep, I'm like, I could do it, don't get me wrong, but I want skid plates and, sway bar disconnects. Yeah, a few more modifications. I do have a winch. We both got winches on our Jeep, but I'm like, yeah. So like I said, I'm just kind of walking around showing what we went through and all, because I forgot to videotape it. But, and yeah, the green trail and all that, I'm like, yeah, no. And another green trail. Kind of looking at that, and yeah. Since we both got spare tires on the back, yeah, I really hate to try to catch that, going down. But kind of think they need to reevaluate these trails, because I think they will probably be going up in ranking, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, I got done cutting. Moved down, more cutting. Some of the stuff's like, 30, 45 minutes long. I mean, not minutes, but seconds. Or like a minute long. We hop in, drive, get out and cut. I'm like, so I left a lot of the stuff out. So if you see some one spot and we've vastly moved, that's because we're just kind of inch along. I don't want to loop a bunch of, 30-second, 45-second videos and stuff like that. I try to get more of the trail scenery, because that's why I do it. I enjoy the trails, the scenery, and all that. And I would like to say, it's kind of cool. Okay, newbie mistake. I knew I had a 2-door. My buddy has a 4-door, and he was squeezing by. So I'm sitting there thinking, of course, I only had like a few hours sleep. Thinking, hey, I go around this, and if I cut it too sharp, I'm going to hit my back end. So I went out too far, and I nearly hit my front end. I'm like, all right, well, we'll just put a little grease on this baby and slide it right through. Boom. I love the 2-doors for this stuff. Going down, down, down. Like I said, if you notice while I'm kind of hanging back, so I'm trying to look at the trail, I kind of look around, look at the trail, try to, kind of enjoy it too. And also trying to pay attention, because, yeah, there's sometimes I get too immersed in the scenery and forget the trees. Yeah, that's bad. But anyways, we're just kind of putting along, looking for anything we need to cut down or get out of the way, and just enjoying the trail, having some fun. I will say, Dan and Paula, they're fun people. It was fun, going with them and all. Just so that was a fun day. Hey, if you notice, Dan's Jeep's up ahead, but he's facing the other way because he took another route. He has lockers and lift. Yeah, and I'm probably say 37, 35 inch tires, probably 37s. So he was playing a little bit more than we could. Alright, we got done discussing what we're going to do some cutting, and what trail we want to take. Yeah. Remember those easy trails? Well, I guess they flipped a coin and picked one. So, here we go. And we're just kind of... Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm always the last to know. That's why I just hang out in back, because I fear they ain't gonna tell me. I'll just figure it out for myself, and 9 times out of 10 is probably wrong. So what's going on here is there's some like 6-inch to foot drops, and Paula's trying to get her line. So that's, I don't know if you can hear it or not, because I'm trying to do another recording, and it kind of came through a little bit on the other one of her asking for help in the radio. But anyways, so we sit here and wait a little bit. The entire time I'm sitting there thinking, great, everybody's already upset at me because I was holding up the line before. Now I'm halfway across the trail, and come on people, let's go, because I know somebody's going to come and they're going to see me, and they're going to be like, that's him again, holding up the trail. But that's why you see me scoot up. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to be blocking the trail. So, anyways. But, it's kind of fun. And there she goes. So, we just kind of... here's the thing. They said, buy a Jeep. So I bought a Jeep. They said, go out. Have fun. Get away from people. Excuse me. Get away from people. I'm still stuck in a traffic jam out in the woods. Can you believe that? I'm like, man, I could have seen this in the city. Well, not seen this, but I could have experienced this in the city. But at least I'm out in the woods and got something to look at. Okay, this is where the slip and slide is going to come. Because I'm like, probably did a little bit, I know I did a little bit up front and I didn't record it because, again, I'm slacking on the recorder. First time doing it, and I not remembering, hey, every time you hop in a Jeep, turn on the recorder. Or we hop in and move up a little bit. So I think that's what we're doing, and we actually go to some trails. But anyway. So, just pulling up. I gave this, since I was sliding the rocks a little bit earlier, and I'm like, I better air down some more. And I'll do that at the bottom of this hill after I slid around and came within inches of smacking my hard top into several trees. And at the end of this hill, you also see me do a really good slide. I'm like, whoa, baby, sweetheart, come back to me. So, yeah. It's again, fun time. I learned a lot. There's that twisted trail, I think it's green. And, so, here goes my buddy. I think he's figured out his line. He's gonna go for it. Again, his stock Jeep and my stock Jeep. And new people doing this. Other thing I gotta say is, I think he has Geolanders on his, which is an average all-terrain tire. I got KO2s, which is a really good tire. Sport Jeeps, stock sport Jeeps, and new drivers. Well, the only thing I gotta say is, I'm impressed with everything. Good tires, good Jeeps. Even though they're stock, not raised, and they're sports, they own this trail. My buddy had to bump it like 2 or 3 times on. I had to do one. Actually, he told me because you're on it. You're on top. I just didn't give enough gas to go ahead and oomph it. I thought I was stuck. Well, not stuck, but thought I needed to kind of back up and bump it. That's another point. Here I go. I'm trying to figure out where I want to go. Also, since I was sliding a little bit, I wanted him to, you know, go ahead and go up. So, I don't know what that was. Probably something with the radio. But, anyways, so I'm going down. Here we go, sliding. There we go. I went to slide. I'm like, ah, baby, what you doing? What you doing? I'm going by that tree, and oh, there we go again. Kind of slid a little bit, and okay, gotta let off the brake a little bit and sliding. Man, stop. Okay, you're gonna hit the trees? No. All right, start swinging it. My Jeep just putting along, missing trees in my car. Okay, now here we come. Between these two trees, you're gonna see me slide big time. And I'm like, oh, hit a little bit there. And I'm like, okay, see right there, I slid. And I'm aiming that way now because my back end slid to the left. I'm like, I barely missed smacking that tree. Okay, past that. And I'm sitting there looking at this. Now, I know on camera it doesn't look steep because, you know, we're facing down, but then on the left side, you get that little ridge, and then it's steep going down. Here's my problem. In the last 8 months, I only had, like 5 months in the shop, whatever. All because transmissions. Keep remanufacturing transmissions in it, and it kept going out. And so it actually, it's like, okay. I'm like, yeah. So, I'm like, I didn't want to do this right here. If you notice, when I get up over this little hump, yeah, I'm looking at my buddy's back tires. That's how steep I am. And I'm like, so I'm on a steep incline, setting parking brake, putting in park, everything else like, oh, please hold, please hold, please hold. I don't want my transmission to go out and smack my buddy's back of the Jeep. And in the front of us on the left side's a mud hole, which, me being a noob, I forgot to do it, and we're through it. But anyway. So we moved forward a little bit. Dan wanted to try out more of the trail on the right side, so we let him. He went and played and had some fun. And we just kind of meandered through here. Easy pleasy. I still love the scenery though. Nice scenery. Just kind of cruising along in my automobile. My Jeeper in 4-drive low. And he's going off to the right. Go around that rest of the trail. And we're like, okay, we'll wait here. I didn't. Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't wait for me. Buddy's gonna move up some more. I'm gonna say, oh okay, we're stopped because I'm kind of like, are we going or not going or what's going on? Again, that's one of the things, you new people, you don't know what's going on. You just kind of like, do I put it in park? Do I take a nap? That sort of thing. So, alright, we're all back. We're on the road again. Now, this trail going up, actually, for me and my Jeeper, wasn't that bad. I was like, oh, okay. I did have to, on top, had to back up. And my buddy's like, he's on top. All you gotta do is just give it gas another 5 seconds, you would have made it. But I couldn't see it. I was kind of spinning. But I was like, okay, well, you know. Had I found that out, had I known it, I could have made it without backing up. But oh well. Oh, nice and soupy, and somebody slid off the trail over there. So I give her a little gas, get it through, and that Jeep just putted through it. Like a boss. Slide my back in around. Oh, yeah, I was coming in a little hot there, and I'm like, that's also another reason why I try to give people space, because I got a little bit of a lead foot. I'll just put through and go a little too fast sometimes, most of the time. But anyways, I just kind of want to let them get ahead a little bit before I started coming up, because I'm like, And I started moving on you see brake lights. I'm like, ooh, uh-oh, something bad. My buddy had to kind of back up and bump it a little bit. And also, since I've seen that, I'm like, we're gonna go get a little speed up to power through it. And I do some speed, just do a little sliding, get on through it, give it a little gas. I get up over this, and this, and this, and I get a little sled, get a little gas, get over it, and hit the brakes. Now, Dan's already on top. I don't know if you can see it on the left side. There's a tree stump in the middle of the trail. I don't know whose idea it was to cut a tree stump so you get hung up on it, or high centered on it. But that's what's happening. Paul and her Cherokee, I believe it's a Cherokee anyway, newer one, it's getting high centered on that tree stump. So she's fighting with that. And we're kind of like, I wonder if I can make it. I bet you if I hang a left right here, I could drive right through these little trees and make it. But you should always stay on the trail. You don't blaze your own. That's bad. South Park gets shut down. Trails get shut down. Stay on the trail and deal with the trail problems. Make your own bypasses. Get stuff shut down. So, give her the beans. Send it. Yeah. Those newer Cherokees just ain't like the old school Cherokees, that's all I gotta say. For a unibody, the old school Cherokee had it going on. Not a fan of the unibody, but it still had, it was enough off-roader that you had to respect it. So, yep. Put it to the floor. You can make it. You could do it. Alright, there's that stump. Alright, Dan's getting his pole saw out. And I'll eventually, after talking to the radio, like, hey, what's going on? Oh, I see the pole saw out. There's a stump. And there's my little fat butt up there with a chainsaw. Doing some cutting. Like, I got this. I got the 18-incher. We're gonna cut up a stump. Ain't no stump gonna stop me from getting where I need to go. That's right. Get out of my way. You want some more? I'll give you some more. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, kick all that stuff out of the way. You go bye-bye now. And you're gonna see me hanging out up top. Make sure there's make sure she gets up there in case I need to cut more off. And there she goes. Up and over it. Excuse me. Come on, other fat man, other black Jeep, get on out of here. And there he goes. I'm in back, put my chainsaw up because we're on a hill and everything's wanting to fall back, and all my stuff in the back has got shuffled around, and you fall on top of the chainsaw to move everything off the box, chainsaw case and all. So I'm like, oh. So I'm in back doing this. Actually, honestly, totally forgot my camera's going. But that's cool though. I just cut a few parts out, left a few parts in. I figured leave a few parts in and cutting. That way, kind of like, hey, yeah, they actually did what they said they're going to do. So yeah, that's what happened. So like I said, I was getting my stuff moved off my chainsaw case and trying to get it in there. Trying to keep all my stuff in the back of the Jeep. But anyways, here soon I should be moving. There we go. I switched. It all good to go. Well, should be. Thought I was getting ready to go. Yeah, there we go. My buddy walked down there, laughed at me, and I'm on the road again. I'm like, alright. Try to get it lined up and give it no gas. And I slide off. Typical. Yep, Jeep sliding everywhere. And it's right here. I'm like, ah. He's like, hey, you on it. Like, really? He goes, yeah. So I was backed up a little bit during the drive and give her some gas. Let her eat. And she crawled right up that thing. Like she was Spider-Man. I'm just putting along now, sliding around, having some fun. Well, they're all waiting on me. Come on, Slowpoke. Get your little fat butt up here to your little two-door Jeeper. We're done playing with the stump. You can come on now. Somewhere, I don't know if it's going to be this clip, next clip, somewhere right around in here. My battery died. I was sitting there going, like, okay, we're doing good, da da da. I looked up, my camera's like, bloop, shut off. I'm like, what's going on? Because we're getting right toward the first mud hole, because we're kind of working our way out. And I really want to get that. I'm sitting there driving through these trees, trying not to, break anything because I got to drive to work in a couple of days. Playing around these trees, weaving in and out like a pinball machine. I wait for everybody else. Come on, get out of the way. I got momentum going. I'm having fun. Oh, you want me to keep going? More trees? I swear you guys are trying to test my abilities. Luckily, I drive it every day to work, so, you know. And that's where it cuts off. I'm like, huh? I think, yeah, I cut off and I tried getting it going again. So coming right up, thinking right up in here is like the entrance part. All of a sudden it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the entrance because it's kind of real bumpy right at the beginning. I really want to get this on tape. Either that or it's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to slide a little bit. Give it a little gas, make it over, okay. And, whoop, bouncy, bouncy. Bouncy, bouncy. Yep, okay, that's it. Yeah, that's where the battery died. Clicked it on, and it shut off the middle trail. So I swapped battery out, and now we're on the move again. My buddy, he's hung up, and I'm sitting there on the radio trying to swap my battery out. Like, hey, I'll be there in just a few minutes, man. Give me just a couple minutes, man. I want you backwards or something. You know? Like, I just need to get my battery. And so I got the battery in. It turned on. I'm coming forward. I'm like, all right, man, I'm coming up behind you. And he's like, got it. I'm like, oh, here we go. Bounce City. Since he got cut up on the left side, I'm trying to go right side. And I'm sliding. Boom. See? Slid to the left, slid to the left. I'm like, oh, Jeep. Slide again. Like so, I'm just sliding through this muck. I even aired down another 5 pounds from when I started. So I'm like 15 pounds low. I'm thinking I was like 30, but it's like 32. Next time I want to just drop it down to 25 and call it a day. And so, seeing him kind of get hung up a little bit, you had to bump it. Alright, this is coming up on the mud hole. Sliding more. Here we go. Gotta get lined up for it. And now, mind you, this is the first time I'm wheeling. I'm looking at this like rock, mud, ruts. I'm just like, get over that rock and I should go, you know, left. I'm hitting that, hit bounce off on that. Back in sliding. I'm just kind of bouncing between the ruts. Just giving it gas. Like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Just gotta get out of here. So, check the trail real quick, nobody coming. Get on down the trail. And I'm like, whew. I have some more rocks, and I'm like, huh. Okay, give it a little gas. Here I come. Slow down a little bit, because this is, well, that meets the main trail. I'm thinking. Looking like it is. But, you know, first I'm here, and I could always be wrong. Yep, because I can barely see somebody going across. So, we're at the main trail now. And wait for everybody to get by. But, you know, that's pretty good times. I'm kind of coming up a little slow because I'm like, oh, I'm still not sliding and I don't know what I'm doing. I know I'm going to hit somebody. Look. Nobody going. All right, get her out on the trail. Swing that back and around. Let's go. Of course, at this time, I'm just like, that was fun. But here's also the problem is, I got an 18-gallon tank, and I did not I'm still getting used to it. 'Cause I mean, for 25, 30 years, I've had 23 gallon to 35 gallon tanks, big tanks. Little 18 gallon, I don't know. I put $10 in it, so I didn't know if it'd hold more, but of course, driving to my buddy's house, all of a sudden needed more. Drive down here, and I'm put around, so I got a little under half a tank, and I was getting a little worried about trying to find a gas station. Unfortunately, since, again, a first time here, we did not know where we got off the highway. If you go left instead of right, 2K Rocks, Kansas Rocks, go left, there's a gas station. But we know that for next time, so next time we do this, we could always just hit that gas station, top off, and then come here. Oh man, excuse me. If you notice my hood, I know it's kind of hard to see, but there's mud dots all over it now. The windshield was splattered with mud. Ironically, oh, there you go. Had a little fun sliding. Do some more sliding. Woo, it's fun. But anyway, having a little fun sliding. Yeah, the hood was all splattered with mud and windshield splattered. For some reason, that one spot the camera was didn't get splattered. So I'm like, well, that's a bonus, good and bad. Kind of funny if it gets splattered and you have the video splattered, but other thing is I still see the trail and all, and everybody else can too. So that's good. Kind of bouncing through here like, oh, more stuff to have fun with. Yeah. So yeah, we're just kind of on the main trail now, having some fun. Yeah, I'm kind of giving a little gas. That's why it's getting a little bouncy. Having a little fun. Like, I'm catching up, guys. Don't worry. I'm just kind of having fun, enjoying the scenery. Sliding around the mud. So, yeah, that's the main trail. We're pulling out to where we started here real soon. Like, oh, ditch and ruts and go around, and honestly, I'd be confused by now. I wouldn't know which way's out. Look, this is it. I'd probably go down a, super hard trail. Like, oh, nope. Gotta reverse quick. Have no fun. There we go, back to where we started. Alright, so I got a few more minutes left of the video. I figure I'll just go ahead and give you some ratings and my review from first time going wheeling and at Kansas Rocks. Okay, so I will have to say that the people I was with, I mean, they're very nice, very helpful. I know they don't, you're not used to having other people with them, so that's understandable. And, if they watch this video, like I said, thank you guys for taking us out and kind of helping us out and everything. That was great. Kansas Rocks, you guys need to reevaluate your trails, because I think your green trails and your blue trails, or your beginner and intermediate, are pretty much all intermediate now. It may be easier intermediate and harder intermediate, but I think they're pretty much all intermediate now. Stock sport Jeep. My buddy and I checked underneath there today, and it pretty much has skid plates on everything except the engine oil pan. So I'm pretty impressed with that from Jeep. Thank you, Jeep. For me, not knowing what I'm doing, going over an intermediate trail, I just have to say that I'm impressed with my Jeep. It did its job. I mean, I did not really, except for that one time, I was over it and I didn't know. I just get some more gas, would have pushed it through, That's stock Jeep, stock height, with some good tires. I put a winch on the front, and I suggest for Kansas rocks, the skid plate over your engine oil pan, and some sway bar disconnects. I think you'd be good to go. You know, I didn't really find a spot where I needed lockers or anything else, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I'm super impressed with your stock sport Jeep. No lockers or nothing. Still very impressed. So I got some modifications to do to my Jeep to come back out and run some trails. I don't. I've been invited back out or in the fall time, so I don't know. It depends on heat. I'm getting old. Worked too many years out in the heat, and it just zaps me anymore. So probably not going to do it anymore out in the heat. But if it happens to be a good time, you know, kind of nice and cool, I'll probably come out and do it again. And nice. Well, I will say one of the nice things about it is you see some cool Jeeps. Also, I would say, other than their mismarked trails, in my opinion, I know 20 years ago that's right, but they got some nice grounds. Left side's like the guest prepped area, and the right side's like the campgrounds, bathrooms, and stuff like that. And unfortunately, I forgot I'm on 4 low. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta keep it like 20 miles an hour or under. But yeah, here we are on the road going out. We're gonna all line up for a, video shoot thing. So I'll get there. But anyways, I think I'm gonna be pretty much cutting off here real soon. I'm talking and all, but that was my experience. It was enjoyable. Now that I know my Jeep has a lot of protection, I need to get a little bit more and do sway bar disconnects. I think Kansas rocks would be, it'd be more enjoyable. Not worried about busting up my underside. I also think Kansas rocks is more for the more modified. Can you do it in a stock Jeep? Some of it, yes. We did it in stock Jeeps. So, yeah, and if you have a stock Jeep, you're wondering about it, as long as you're slow and easy, and take your time, and I'll say air down, that's something else. I didn't air down enough, but probably air down. I was down to 32, and I'm like, yeah, no. I'll probably go down to 25 next time, try that. I don't want to go too low, because I don't want to pop a bead. Because I don't have bead lockers or nothing. So that's something I got to worry about. But if you have a stock Jeep and you want to get out and do some wheeling, put a winch on it, some good tires, air down, and just be cautious. Take your time, try to find your line. Thank you, Dan, for reminding me to put my tires on the rocks. And, it's good to go. So, like I said, if you do that, I know Paula, she's probably always out there, so she can come out and help you on the trails and stuff and guide you. So, like I said, any question about doing it, you can. I know me personally, I always want a little bit more protection and sway bar disconnects. So, but anyways, that's pretty much it. We're just going to get lined up for a picture and go from there. So, y'all have a good day or night or evening, whatever it is, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.